on TikTok when they watch my frame video.
Frammy Frame, Sammy
Nice.
Swami, Sammy Slippy Slappy, Samsonite.
I was way off.
Swanson.
Swanson.
You know.
Samson.
Swammy.
Want to talk to Samson?
I was way off.
Did you see that article from GM saying that they're trying to buy out like 58,000 employees so they can fill in those slots for more people to start focusing on more EV type stuff?
Oof.
They're trying to buy them out of their tenure.
Oof. Buzz, your girlfriend. Woof.
And that's why I took on EV roles.
Let's see. Let's get this chat popped out. What up? We're back. We had a little hiatus last week, but we are Lakes Automotive Diagnostics. Hello, everyone. Darren Davis, what up? When is the Chassis Cabs 23s coming out? I'm not sure. Hello, fellas. I'm not
If it's
sure.
a diesel, it's not coming anytime soon.
That's kind of what I've been hearing. That's what the word on the block is. But I did get to actually see one live and live in color, and it was a gas job. My buddy who has a landscaping company waited quite some time for this 23, and he finally got an STX. But for being a very low trim level truck, it looked pretty damn sweet. It didn't come with the factory spray and bed liner, so he, as part of the deal, got a after the fact spray and bed liner, which they did a very nice job, which I will say. And once we put the wheel center caps on, and they went to the prep department and got all wiped down and shined up. What up, Tom? Howdy. It looked really nice. It was the customer was really surprised. He did not think that he was going to have something that looked like this with an STX, so it was exceeded his expectations. Yeah, I wound up making a video on it. I definitely will say it is growing on me. I didn't know how I felt about the front end, only seeing the pictures like you see behind CP's garage. Just, everybody's just seeing, that picture or, just what you see on TV. And yeah, to see it in person was different. I wanted to talk about some of the things that I noticed that they changed, which is for the good. And I don't know how I feel about electric parking brakes, but we're going to get into that. And yeah, BP. Seth Paul says got 23 Lariat 450 crew cab on order. Chassis. All right. I'm curious to see what the upfitters are going to do. I did try hooking 4Scan up to the 23, and it's the no-go. So I think 4Scan team is going to have to update their database. I was talking with Zoodad today, and he concurred. I've got to send him some load files of me hooking up to the 23. What up, Brian?
Oh yeah, they're gonna have to figure it out because that's different. It's got just the 2 wires that communicates to the gateway module.
I dislike the badges on the Thunder. Daddy Diesel says I did too when they were chrome, but actually seeing these ones in black actually looked kind of cool. It I think no chrome. No chrome. Definitely looked good with the black. Had like an inch or two of coolant disappear out of the secondary reservoir. 2014, no coolant leaking found, no drips, no puddles, no nothing. I checked that charge air cooler. I've had the charge air cooler leak internally, and then it winds up just eating itself. Does anybody like chrome? The only people that like chrome are the guys who still follow JC Whitney and like all that stick on chrome, that chrome.
Dude, in high school, I had a 2-door S10 Blazer, like low. Ooh. It was I lowered it, lowrider Blazer. Ooh. It was all jet black, tinted windows, and I kept the chrome trim. I didn't add chrome to it, but I kept the chrome bumper in the front, chrome trim, and I did the whiteout lenses with like Krager style 5-spoke polished aluminum wheels, so it kind of looked chrome. And everybody ripped on me for having black and chrome, and I'm like, this is sleek, it looks good. And this is 20 years ago, and they're going on about, chrome's outdated. So I just wonder, does anybody like chrome anymore? I mean, I don't even like chrome that much anymore.
If you guys are going to order
Like
a 23, if you guys are going to order a brand new truck, whether it's a GM, a Cummins, or the Power Stroke Super Duty, what would you be getting? Chrome? Everybody who's watching, 113 of you guys right now, chrome, no chrome, chrome, no chrome. Daddy
I
Diesel's
can't
the
even
first one.
stand a damn chrome on my F-150. I don't like the chrome grill on my F-150. I want to get rid of that damn thing already.
I mean, it's not even chrome. It's
know.
plastic.
Plastic,
So,
but
I mean,
I want to go with one of those completely all black ones.
We know it's plastic, but just for the sake of appearances.
I mean, if it was metal chrome that would actually last, then yes, it'd be all right.
I'm not
But-
old. I'm 35. That's funny.
If
Chrome
there's-
lugs are easy to find.
If you're gonna make it plastic, might as well just make it the color of the vehicle.
That's funny. Black. Okay. Chrome platy. I like nickel plated. Buy it for looks. Buy it for look. This isn't mowing. Those
Carbon
who can't,
fiber.
chrome it. Low chrome.
Black on black or carbon fiber.
I like the shiny. Okay. Now for the guys liking the chrome, now we have, of course, OTV. We have in the shop a two-tone. We got a King Ranch. What would it be, like cinnamon top and like cream tan bottom. Do you
I
guys
like
like the
those.
two-tone? I like the
I
two-tone
like
as
those.
well.
I like the two tones. And that color right there, I like that color.
Mm-hmm.
Both of those.
I like the old OBS two tones. Where
Yeah.
we'll go center,
Yes.
not the bottom two tone. I like the old OBS two tones.
You like the Eddie Bauer? Oh, hold on. Coming. I do cars.
Well, you just got to ask. That's what you got to do.
Marhaba, my friend.
Metal chrome.
Boom. He's right on the
Cliff
top
said
of my
Eric's
M.
not allowed in. He said no.
You said what?
Cliff said no, Eric.
Cliff, so
Have you ever been caught under the fingernail or in your hand by like a piece of that fake chrome that's chipping off of plastic? That shit hurts, man.
Oh, you just reminded me of something. I don't even want to say it.
That hurts. Fuck.
Oh, snap. Dang, is this dude in his shop? What?
There's
no,
my
he ain't in his shop.
girlfriend. There's my
I'm here now.
girlfriend.
Look at it. I'm sitting right up front.
You a liar
Yes,
because
do
you know
you have
damn
any
well Don
chrome?
ain't gonna have you there.
He's got the spotlight on. Had the gaffers come over and give him some light.
What you got going, Krauser? A fire going?
I mean, a little the propane barbecue pit here.
Oh, okay.
Roast the hot dogs.
Window switches on the Explorers and escapes peel. They hurt too. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They're junk. You got to keep replacing them. They all do it.
What are your thoughts on the Fumoto quick oil drain valve on a 22 F450? I've seen a bunch of those come in over the years. Personal preference? No, yay or nay. Whatever.
I think with the system capacity as large as you guys have with your trucks, I don't personally care for it on them. They make a different style that has a bigger outlet, that has a cap that goes over it, and it has an O-ring inside the cap. So whenever you unscrew the cap and pull it down, it just automatically comes out, and it's a much larger hole than the smaller Fumoto. So a lot of people in the Super Duties have went to them because they drain faster, and those are nice.
Yeah, I haven't had a opportunity to put one on my vehicle, but I have seen quite a few of them come in.
I got one on the town car. I like it because it's clean, and you just flip the little lever over, pull the lock off, flip the lever over, and you can just walk away, and it drains out real nice and easy instead of just coming out quick, but you do got to wait a little longer for it.
Stick with the OG drain plug. I do like PPE's drain plug. I have had to drain my oil since we put the oil pan on. Let me go back up here. I know one of the
UPR
things.
makes a good one.
What'd you say?
UPR makes a good one. You ever heard UPR drain plugs?
Mm-mm.
For like the Mustang, and then the ones that have the plastic oil pan where they twist. The UPR,
Oh, yeah.
the UPR is a metal one, but has a ring in it. So,
Oh.
and then it locks in better than that crappy plastic one.
Awkward silence.
I'm reading some comments. Stick with the OG. Dennis, A-Rod, how do I get a hold of you to do some work on my truck? Check the email in the description on the about page in every video. A 3-letter company we don't mention. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Do you think a 2367, not the HO, have anything new? There's a bunch of stuff. I'm waiting for the coffee table book to come out that there's different. I mean, we got some different turbo routing. What else do we got? Some high pressure
CCV.
fuel. Yeah, just some high pressure fuel system stuff. We got some internals are different, some valve cover changes, just real subtle stuff. Nothing.
Oil level.
Yep, new oil level. Yep.
E0850 park neutral switch high circuit 21 F250 67.
Ooh,
Help.
can't say I've had that code before.
No driving errors.
That sounds new. I've never heard that.
Yeah.
New one for me.
I haven't come
Let's
across
write
that either.
let's write that down. We'll come back to that. P0
850.
850. Hey buddy, if you're if this is your vehicle or a vehicle you're working on, can you shoot me the last 8 of the VIN, or you want to shoot me the whole VIN?
No check engine light either.
Let's see if we can cognitively collaborate here and maybe figure something out. I got that written down. If you have a car with a worn out drain plug threads, the drain valves can be an easy way to not have to replace an oil pan.
Yeah.
Oof. If you guys have 21 or 22s, I just did one today. This is the first time I've had a customer actually come in with a wiper arm that's actually flown off while driving.
Wow.
Yeah. 22S26, if you guys check it out, 22S26 is Ford's recall for the wiper arms coming off the vehicle when driving. And I have usually just gone ahead and replaced both wiper arms depending on the build date range, but this one was built before June. This was built in February of 21, and the procedure was to replace both wiper arms, but it only came in with one. So if your truck, if you think it should be under the recall, or if you're having a hankering, shoot us your VIN. We can check to see if you have 22S26 on your truck. But for the sake of argument, just go look at your wiper blades, wiper arms, lift them up off the window, and see if they feel loose. What I've been finding is the silver little pin, not pin, what would that be? Like, it's a square like dowel that keeps it fast to the wiper motor nubs, and what's happening is that nub is coming dislodged and the wiper arm is allowed to oscillate on that little nub and fly off.
Yeah, it's like a little Woodruff key, except it's
Yeah,
just
that's what I was looking for. Yep.
My wife had some heavy snow on her truck, and she turned on the wipers. Now one of them is not aligned.
Oh yeah.
I'm guessing I'll pop it off and realign it and put it back. But now that you mentioned that,
If that
Maybe
keyway's
it-
gone, it's not.
maybe
You probably
it's
got the recall on it.
probably that's a 21. So
Mm-hmm. Daddy Diesel, that's what I was wondering too. I made the video talking about that. You know, it looks like it would. I'd like to see it mocked up just to see, you know, what it looks like, but it definitely would be different. I do like the hand scoop that they give you right on the, you know, bed rail as it's right around the tailgate. You could, you know, put your hands right in it and pull yourself up. Better a wiper on fall off than a steering wheel. Yep, true that. True that. So this is some Ford boss now that he's in the independent world.
Not completely yet. Not completely yet.
No, he's 3/4 of the way baptized into the alternate world we call the independent. And currently we all have to make appointments for each of you guys, each person, each vehicle, each client that comes in that wants to get us a service. So this begs a question, and I saw Ford bearded Ford Tech chiming in. And when you guys make appointments, what are your expectations? Do you think your vehicle is going to be looked at pronto? Is this an appointment with the service advisor? Is this an appointment with the technician? This is an appointment for you to drop your vehicle off at the dealership. This is an appointment for you to drop your vehicle off at the service center. What is unreasonable and what is supposed to be expected? You drop your vehicle off for an appointment on Monday at 11 o'clock and you don't hear anything back until Thursday afternoon saying they just got your vehicle in and they're starting to tear it apart. You know, what do you do? How do you handle that? Do you go pick your truck up and pull it out, or are you understanding and deal with it? What's the first thing you do?
We just had this conversation right before I got on here, Aaron. When you sent me the invite, I was on the phone with a Super Duty guy that uses another dealership, and he follows us on social media. And he was kind of giving me his story. I didn't tell you about this, but he said back when I bought my Super Duty, I bought 5 of these Super Duties over the years from these guys, and he said every one of them I ordered, they're like $90,000 to $100,000 because I get them spec'd out as much as I possibly can. And he said when I bought my last one from the dealership, the owner had extended that offering to me of anytime I needed to be taken care of, because I've bought so many Super Duties from the dealership that I'd be able to get my truck in with minimal wait time. But he said the last couple months of going to the dealership, it's gotten unreal, man. He said I can't even get into the dealership anymore. I'll go in for an oil change thinking that that Quick Lane will just take care of it real quick. But they're telling me now even Quick Lane is getting scheduled appointments, and it's not first come, first serve anymore because they're getting overwhelmed with stuff. And he said they're telling me I'm almost 2 months out to get my death wobble taken care of, and I have a recall that needs to be done for unintended tailgate opening. And he said I'm just thinking about not even going back to the dealership for a lot of stuff anymore because I can't even get in. I can't. They're telling me to drop it off and leave it, and they may not even get to it for a while. And some dealerships don't even offer loaners. So I can't even get a loaner to replace my Super Duty while it's at the dealer waiting for the recall and to have the death wobble stuff done. So he said, I don't know what to do anymore, man. He said, I'm just giving up because it's unreal. A week or two, sure. A couple months, absolutely not. Unacceptable.
David, I just seen that. It doesn't look like there's any coolant in there. Really weird.
Hot to cold pressure test.
Yeah. Unless it's going through the EGR cooler, but then you'd be seeing gotta be a leak somewhere. When I make an appointment, I'm there to drop it off. They ask if I'm waiting or dropping off. If I drop it off, I knock. No, sir. I know they're not touching my truck right away. Okay, okay. Okay. I had an appointment on Thursday and it wasn't looked at until Monday. Okay, for a water leak in the cabin situation. I wouldn't care if they provided me a loaner, but 4 days before it's even seen isn't good. I feel ever since COVID, the whole rental situation has been kind of messed up. I don't know if you feel the same way, Ford boss or
Oh yeah.
anybody else, Ray. Yeah, if getting rental cars, it's just been a complete cluster mess when trying to get rental cars, even for the simplest things. Last time I took the wife's car in for an oil change rotation, the appointment I got was 3 weeks out. Now, there should be no reason that you're making an appointment for an oil change. The works package should be something that you should be able to come in, wait for, at least drop it off for half a day. I hate to say that, but it's that's a little excessive.
Yeah, that's what he was saying too. Even just basic oil changes, they're scheduling for weeks out. He can't even get it in for just regular oil change stuff.
Let's go back over here really quick.
He also said that one of their senior techs has stopped doing the steering stabilizer replacement for the death wobble stuff and writes it up as it's already been performed because it has at least already once been performed. Necessary to, am I saying this right, Aaron? Remove upper ball joints and re-shim to 2 degrees or something like that. And then the customer doesn't come back anymore and charges the manufacturer for the shim kit and for the alignment. And then the customer says I've never experienced death wobble again after that on any of my trucks.
Oh, really?
You're feeling a little more faster. What's a shim kit?
I think I think he's mentioned something about 2 degrees shim kit.
Sounds like he's adding 2 degrees of caster. I don't know.
And he says I'm not quoting this exactly as he said. I have to look at the tech write up on it, but he's not doing the steering stabilizer anymore. Something about removing upper ball joint, he said, from what I can remember, and adding a 2 degree shim kit to it and the realignment, and that actually fixes the problem because the steering is not set up properly from the manufacturer. And then after the steering or after your suspension starts to settle in and wear in, that's when you start to feel it because it's not set up right and it's not as tight anymore. And when they do the shim kit, it takes everything away. You don't have any more death wobble.
Interesting. I don't think the parts department carries anything like that.
You can order them. I don't think the Ford dealer does either. Where I'm at, I think you can order them, but we don't keep it on the shelf.
Bubbly. Lime bubbly is my absolute favorite. Lucknuts. I've had guys use Gorilla Lucknuts. They're all one piece, not the 2-piece clad thingamaroo. I think it depends on the market as well. I've tried to get oil change in Naples, Florida, the week of January 3rd, and dealers were months out because they were in season. I was on vacay and ended up DIYing it. Man.
Oil change, they should get you in and get you out. Like,
man, that's crazy. I'm doing oil changes all the time.
Yeah.
Well,
even if we don't have a spot in the dealer to do the oil change, if it's on a super duty that we can get under pretty easy, they'll tell the guys if it's nice outside, hey, just take your drain pans and stuff and do it outside. Let's get this customer in and out because he does have to go, but let's get him taken care of.
Ball joint. Just speaking of the ball joints, how many of you guys have ran into this situation. Customer comes in, got blew back upper and lower ball joints. You proceed to take off the brakes. You proceed to take off the hub extenders. You proceed to take off the hub. You take off the knuckle, use your tool to press out the ball joints. You guys follow me? You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
You go to put the new ball joint in. What do you have to do? You have to what it back in.
What
Gotta
you talking about? Pressing
Press
it
it
back in?
back, press it back in.
Back in.
What happens when you take the ball joint and it goes whoop, 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 whoop.
Yep. No good.
Need a
No
knuckle.
good. No good. That's just what happened to me. And the customer did not want to put any other kind of ball joints in it. He didn't want to put Mogi ones back in. So a knuckles it was. And that's what I'm currently doing right now. 15 F450 big boy. And it kind of rusted. Workhorse. Huh?
Yeah, they had already been done before.
A long while ago. These are pretty hit. They did have Zerk fittings though. But these are pretty hit.
I mean, I wonder why the hole is too big now.
Because the ball
Ball
joints that came out had like these knurled the part that gets pressed into the knuckle, they had knurled things all the way around it. And so when they pressed that one in, it kind of spread that hole. And
You
when I
think
got
he should have gotten OEM ball joints instead of
correct.
that's a good warning.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be doing ball joints, maybe get OEM because that sucks.
Yeah. So you'd either have to use, be able to get aftermarket ball joints, or you'd have to get new knuckles or originally use the first time around the OEM ones. Has anybody replaced bedsides and outer wheel wells? Raymond repairs.
I don't do body work.
Yeah, I don't do body work.
Nope.
I've done this stuff before. I've done plenty of bedsides, but that was before I got into the dealer life.
Yeah, I can do those things, but I just don't.
I don't have the patience for it.
Nope.
It's
It's
like
like-
drywall.
Like I was gonna say, it's like drywall. Yeah, no.
That's a no.
I'm not happy with the outcome when I do it. So
I do them, and I do them very, very good. But people pay me through the teeth to do it because I sit there and I take every bit of my time to do it, and every bit of time that I put into it, you're paying me because it's going to come out perfect, but you ain't going to like the bill.
All right, this guy, he was in the comments and he emailed me. This is the P0850. It's a P0850 park neutral input circuit, no cell on the dashboard, no drivability issues, no starting issues. He gives me the VIN. This is my personal vehicle. I am located in the Chicagoland area. Let me know. So if you take the VIN, go ahead and paste that into the old pool. 21 F250 67 antimatter blue. Dang. 10-8 GVW 355 gear. Looks like we got some chrome clad 18s. Got the 6.7. We're rocking 21,000 miles. Fuel's full, def's full, and oil
While you
life.
have that up, pull up a screen share and I'm going to show Roger.
I know. I'm going to workshop.
Before you go there, go to the diagnostic vehicle
Are
history.
you about to show what I think you're going to show?
Yes.
What you
Di-
texted me the other day?
Go to diagnostics tab, then
Yep.
vehicle history. Click on it.
Yep.
And now show Roger or show everyone the dates. So we can talk about this while we're doing this.
Oh wow, 15. Yeah, just showed that right there.
And it shows who's looking at it, when, and what you're doing.
Yeah, let me screen share this really quick. All right, so for you guys that don't know what we're talking about, this is the database that we use to look at all the information on everybody's truck and workshop manuals and whatnot. So this is this particular truck, and it looks like December 14th, 16th, 17th of these dates. This vehicle was ran through PTS, and we can see.
See who the technician was too,
Mm-hmm.
usually.
No, it doesn't say on this one. Cool, but not cool. VIN search FSA 22S26. So it looks like somebody searched that recall under this VIN. Go July. Same thing. 21P19. That was another recall.
It's got everything you cannot.
Mhm.
So you mean to tell me everything? Every time I went to one of these and put
Mhm.
Yeah.
something in, it's tracked
See?
everything that I've done.
Yep.
And then here's us tonight right now.
He saw me look at Croucher's truck, but I was like, yeah. He said it showed that I was in it this morning, but I wasn't. Not this morning, and I think it just updated the night before. But all I did was go to workshop manual anyway.
So let's check it out. P0850
Wow, that's crazy.
starting system. So you guys can all get access to this through motorcraftservice.com. It is very useful. P0850 park neutral input. What pinpoint test is it saying? A or B?
No subtype information on either one.
I know that's weird. Oh, push button. Engine does not crank with push button. Engine does not crank without push button. Let's see. I'm gonna say this is push button. 850 without with. Let's see what we got. What's a PCMC? That says DTC when it detects a mismatch between the hardwired park neutral circuit and the message broadcast over the HS CAN. Okay, so looks like we're going to be doing some inspections.
The possible causes right there. Battery. Yeah.
Yep, possible causes: battery cables, the cluster, the starter motor, or the
It says
battery.
it's non-push button.
Oh, it's non-push button. Okay, my bad. Thank you. Let me close this one. Now let me go back to A. Now, mind you, he says it's not having any starting problems, and the title of this one, it says engine does not crank. Engine does not crank, and it's cranking fine. So still the same possible sources. PCM is still setting the DTC when it's detecting a mismatch. So perform inspection.
Can you go to PCED and do the
It's not in
symptoms
there.
chart? Oh.
It's PCD is not in. You can't. It's not, the PCD is not around anymore for these.
Oh.
All right. Check low side fuel pressure. Really? Okay. Well, starting, running fine. We're going to say it's fine. Verify that the BCM and PCM pass the network test. This thing runs and drives. He's got no problems. Weird. Retrieve diagnostic trouble codes. If any codes are present, which ones do we have?
We can go to connected vehicle data and look,
Let's go to connected vehicle data.
because we can track this kind of stuff.
So let's go to vehicle
If you're
ID.
registered.
Let's go to.
They're registered. You write off everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm saying to clarify, if you're registered,
Mm,
and if you're not registered, you ain't
no
status.
connected.
tracking it.
Yep, no connected vehicle data for this vehicle. Using diagnostic trouble or the scan tool, do you got any codes? Nope, we didn't get this code. Does the PID change from off to start when the ignition is turned from off to start? Yes. Check the transmission range. Is it indicating yes in both positions? Yes. Check the starter fuse. Is it okay? Check the starter request. Check for start request at the starter. Again, he's got no starting problems. Check the starter mode for correct operation. Is obvious concern found? Nope. Check the battery cables. Yep, they're looking good. Yep, they're looking good. Let's get to the end result. What do they check for voltage at the start? Is it greater than? Install a new starter motor. Really? Well, I guess if you could rule out everything else, I mean, with the mileage on it, should be, going to the dealer, obviously, but just briefly going through this, I wouldn't suspect that, let's go here really quick. Let's go to wiring diagram. Let's go to starting system. Not push button. Without push button. All right, what do we got? Ignition switch. So we're going to turn that. This is going to give a signal to the BCM. The PCM is going to say, hey, yep, I got it too. Going to go to the next page. Diesel. So I guess the PCM would be monitoring this circuit after it completes it by closing this relay. Unless it's saying by you checking out everything else that you want you to put a starter in it. That's definitely a first for me for that code though. It's kind of a strange. This DTC sets when no engine rotation is detected. So we definitely don't have, that was one of the questions it asked us. PCM sets this DTC when it detects a mismatch between the hardwired park neutral circuit. I would first make sure the PCM is up to the latest software calibration. I would make sure the BCM is at the latest software calibration. And I would clear all codes. And I think I would go drive it. If I had this for a couple of days, I would go drive it periodically through the day for a couple of days. And then I would give it back to you. That's kind of a weird one. Definitely interesting though, because you would think with that DTC, you would be getting some sort of
No start.
issue, right?
And if there's no light and you take it in for something like that, chances are nothing's going to get done.
And the fact it's not duplicatable.
Right. And you can't, like Cody said, you can't duplicate it.
In
They're
PF.
gonna look at it for 10 minutes, like, yep, not happening. Next.
I wonder if just because it did mention the battery circuits in general, wait, 6.7 doesn't have BMS.
Well, I just spoke to Zoodad, and I don't know if he's still in here, but he just told me he put AGMs in his Super Duty, and he with Forescan did a BMS and had to change something in the truck so that it knew it was AGMs.
Oh, wow.
Did you know that?
Wow.
I didn't know that. Maybe in
I
the
mean, that-
BCM,
That
he said
does
the
make
charging
sense.
rate changes.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Hmm. I didn't know Ray likes the Saabs.
I don't like the subs. They're all
When
a
I-
sob story.
When I think Saab, I think of OJ Simpson. I don't know why.
What?
That's the weird correlation there.
I don't know.
Did OJ have a sob?
I
It
think
was
like
a-
his I
he
think
was in
his
a
wife
Bronco.
did or something.
Yeah, OJ had a
I don't know.
Bronco.
Yeah, I know. I just I don't know. I
Your
think
brain
Saabs
is
are ugly.
misfired. You're like, I'm making
Yeah.
connections to things that don't have anything to do with
Have anything to do with anything.
each other. It's okay,
right.
man. I play the game too. It's cool.
Hey, we're it's all part of Skynet. It's all part of the Matrix.
See, you're catching on.
All right. All right. So doing a stretch here. I was able to go and meet a legend in the automotive world. If you guys obviously have heard of Banks products, we're running them on our truck. You guys have bought several products from them. We actually got to hang out with him, tour his little facility, not little facility, but the buildings he's got together, and sat down and had lunch with him. It was really cool to be in his company and just watch his brain tick. It was really cool to see some of the stuff he's got projects going on in his truck
Yeah.
his shop. One of the trucks he's got, it was what was it called? I forgot. Some
Which truck? The one we
the
rode in, or the
Supercharged.
Super Duty?
No, that one that was taken apart in his
You guys got to ride in a truck of his?
no, it was raining.
Oh.
What was it called?
Well, I mean, they picked us up in a truck, so yeah, we rode in a truck.
I mean, by technicality.
Technically, yeah. No, we weren't hot rodding in one of the Banks trucks. No, it was raining. Yeah.
It was a
not
supercharged Duramax. Supercharged.
Isn't that one that he said he's been working on?
Yeah. Like, I know it's kind of hard to see, but it was
Wow.
in his shop.
Is it twin charged or just supercharged?
Just supercharged.
Wow.
I thought they said they were working on one that was going to be supercharged and turbocharged together or something like that.
But it was really cool. We were eating lunch and he started doing this.
We got the whiteboard presentation at lunch.
Is that the FAFO?
The more you get around, the more you find out.
it was awesome.
He's the real life version of the more you around, the more you find out.
You're gonna find out. The man has got some knowledge in his head for sure.
Man, so untapped. It's we need to make an IV so he can put all of his. Oh my
Download
goodness!
the info, please. Yep.
It was really cool to see. Like his brain was working so fast, his mouth couldn't get out what he wanted to say. It was so cool to see that.
It's a real treat. You guys got to go out there and
Here we go.
and talk to him. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was way cool. Here we go. Here's another one.
Nice.
It was cool. I haven't seen some pipe benders. What they're doing with these stock, I don't know, not stock, but giant cache of pipes.
Pipe benders.
Yeah, these are some pretty sophisticated piece of equipment, not just, bending pipes, but the bends that they're doing and the people that they have welding by hand.
I think I have a
Precision.
video of the pipe benders. Let me find it.
Any updates from Ford on remote start, no heated seat? All I know is they are working on it. Big update. It's going to be coming. I'm going to make a video on it as soon as I get one. But for the guys that have had the U3012 code, that erroneous check engine light, the update is out. There's a PCM reprogram, and I'm sure that there's going to be something for the remote start heated seat thing in due time. So just stay tuned.
Did you get to see the 5-part video that I posted, Aaron, about I took the trip out to Blackstone Labs and toured their
no.
Yeah, I took it out there. They let me tour their facility. They walked me through the entire process from start to finish on how every single component is tested in our oil.
No shit.
That's
It was-
awesome too.
Yeah, it was nice, man. It was really, really cool. It's much more than what you think it is. Once you get in there and you see all the stuff they have to go through to give us our numbers and stuff like that, it's really, really, really cool.
How far were they from you?
It was about a 3-hour and 15-minute drive. And
Okay.
drove out there. I got there about 15-20 minutes early, toured the facility, a lot of videoing. Oh my God, it was crazy how these machines detect everything down to like can be like a billionth of it's like parts per billion if you really wanted to set the machines up and stuff like that. And just samples upon samples upon samples of testing that all these race car facilities, industrial facilities, guys like us are sending stuff in. And now it's way more clear on why it takes so long to get samples back, because they really go through some extensive testing when they're checking oil.
That would have been interesting to see.
And then I wish we were all closer, because we could have all went together. And then on the way there, I seen, you remember the vans from back when we were kids that we would see all over the place, the Explorer vans. They're the upfitted.
Oh,
Yeah. Conversion vans.
yeah.
So on the way out there, I seen Explorer van, and it was like a big sign. It had like a globe on the front of it. And I was like, dude, this is the manufacturing facility. I've seen these since I was a kid. So while I'm waiting, I call up Explorer van, and they're like, oh, you need to talk to the president of the company. And dude answers the phone. He's like, yeah, what's up, man? And I was like, hey, my name's Rich. I got like a YouTube channel and stuff like that. I wonder if I could come by and like tour the facility on the way back through. I'm touring Blackstone Labs right now. And he was like, yeah, come on out, dude. Do whatever you want. So I show up, I park. He walks me through the facility and says, all right, have a nice time. Go video and go wherever you want. Across the entire, there's like
What?
plastic manufacturing, wood manufacturing.
Oh my God.
The whole entire facility, they make everything in house. Some of the things that they don't make in house, they supply the tooling to the other companies to make it to their spec. And then it comes back and it rolls through the assembly line as an empty vehicle with nothing in it. They tear all the factory stuff out, and then everything inside the vehicle gets built handmade from their machines, their presses and stuff right there with all their employees. It was unreal.
Dang.
That would be so cool to see. I'm so interested to see how they make those plastic parts. The tooling for that injection molding stuff and all that has to be outrageous. I mean,
they do their own. They do their own dipping there. They do their own clear coating there. They have like multiple paint booths and a drying section. So as it's all coming through and done, it's then you see the guys in the area after all the parts are built on the facility. You can see them in the different stages as they're going through, like, okay, now we're putting the floor harness in. Now we're putting in the ceiling harness. Now we're going over here to the carpet. Now we're in the side. It was crazy. And the guy was like, yeah, it's, I've been here since 1980. I took over as president in 1986. And I was like, I was born in 1986. And he says, yeah. So you can see I've seen a thing or two. And he said, we do 99.9% of everything right here in-house. Everything gets done and built right here. And we actually give the same bumper to bumper warranty that you guys give at the manufacturers, 336. Anything that happens at that time, we 100% take care of. And I was like, what if me or Aaron or Cody or Ray or somebody was working at a dealership and something happened in one of your parts, but we can't get it to you? Will you pay us to fix something that was screwed up. And he's absolutely, we let the dealer techs fix it if they have the capability to do it, and the warranty applies the same way.
Wow. When I think of conversion vans, I think of the mood lighting that would have been on the ceiling. And
Oh,
we
yeah.
thought it was so cool when we were little. Like, oh, remind us of the movie theater. Like, oh, turn on the lights, turn on the
Mhm.
lights. Oh, we thought, you know,
Yeah,
that's what I think of.
They do
Behind the
all their
rich
own-
mahogany shelves that you put your VHS tapes on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Does that remind you of OJ Simpson too?
No, just night, John boy, night, ma, night, pa, good night, ma.
I
That's
kind of want a
Crowdster area.
conversion van.
Down
They,
by the river in a van.
Down by the river.
An interesting takeaway from this is I was looking at one of the GM Express vans, and I'm looking at it, and I was like, why does that look like the new Ford Gray? And the guy was like, it's because it is. We have a huge demand for that Ford Gray on the GM vans. So what we do is we take those GM vans and we send them down to the paint shop down the road here, and they take that same Ford Gray and they paint these GM vans that same Ford Gray, and that's the Ford Gray that you see going through the factory as we're building it.
Area 51, right? That we talked about.
I don't know if that's what it is. I thought that's what it was, but people were saying, "Oh no, you're wrong. That Area 51's more of a blue color." And I was like, "Whatever, guys. I'm not going to argue about it and stuff or whatever."
Oh,
I just
wait,
know
that's the actual name of the color?
Area 51 blue, but there's a gray one too,
Oh,
and I know
no
which one you're
way.
talking about. And I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head.
But the guy,
Area
I mean,
51 blue is badass.
this is the president of the company. It doesn't get any higher than that. He's like literally almost hand in hand walking me through the facility, and he's like, "No, that's the new Ford Gray that you see on the F-150s and stuff. That's the same color." It's really, 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 really cool to see all the moving parts and stuff. And what's even cooler is a lot of these people have been at this facility for over 20 years. You know, the one guy that was actually, you can actually see speaking on camera with me, he was, I asked him, I said, is that a vacuum spot that you're putting in the back of this transit right here, that molding and everything you're snapping in? And he's like, yeah, I'm upfitting the back of it with the rear plastic moldings that we build here. And this is going to be a vacuum that's stowed away right here in the back of it. So all you got to do is flip the vacuum on and pull the hose out. Now you can vacuum your truck right from the back of your transit. And I was like, what? And I said, how long have you been here? And he said, well, 30 years more, maybe. So some of these guys have been there so long that they don't even remember how long they've been there.
Dang. Damn, Daniel.
Talking about made in the USA.
Shoot. All right, before we wrap this up, I want to do a fuel weekly fuel check-in. Everybody out there, all 100 of yous, tell me, I want to see 100 responses right now. What's your fuel price? I'm at $4.44. $4.44. That's the lowest I've had in quite some time. And then I am going to bring up, what do we got? I'm going to bring up the issue of customers not filling their vehicles up when they're bringing it in for a drivability concern. Now, I was going through the comments, and a lot of people are saying that, you know, hey, and I'm paraphrasing all this. This is not verbatim what they're saying. Guy says, oh, I bring it in full and I get it back just like you see it on the dash. Okay. I've had gasoline stolen out of my tank. Well, that's not what happened. And just going back and forth. And I'm thinking to myself, in my over 20-year career, have I ever stolen fuel out of anybody's tank, nor have I observed any of my coworkers doing that. And I just feel that for somebody to do that when you're bringing your vehicle into service, if you found that out, one guy said it's happened more than once to him. Like, why in the did you keep going back there is my question. And don't think that you hear this happening, that it happens everywhere. That's not how it happens. Now, mind you, if you come in and we had to replace your fuel tank, and you know you had it was pegged full, and you brought it in, And now when you got it back, it was just under a full. Well, I mean, sometimes we can't get all the fuel out of the tank, and maybe some dude spilled some. I mean, it's not like he took all 34 gallons from your tank and left you on fumes. I mean, come on. So,
Hey, on that note, don't go get a fuel tank or fuel pump replaced with a full tank.
Yeah.
Like if we
Yeah.
can avoid that, let's just bring them in with no fuel in the tank,
Yeah.
and everybody's going to be better off.
There's
So-
one of my buddies actually charges a $50 surcharge if he has to do a fuel pump on a full tank.
ooh, that's good.
Ooh, that's good.
I like that.
If it's
I like
gonna
that.
be, if it's gonna be a fuel related concern like that, I would rather somebody bring it in like Ray was saying, we just not empty, but be reasonable about it. Those tanks are huge in those Super Duties, and it just takes forever to freaking drain them. And then
Mhm.
if you have some guy that's newer and he's going to try to drop that tank and he doesn't have the EV battery lifts that he could set that thing down on or something like that to pull it down, they're heavy and it's
Oh,
dangerous.
yeah.
You have to try to do that.
Hundreds of pounds, easy.
So what is like a gallon of fuel? Is it like close to 7 or 8 pounds or something like that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, it's 6 pounds a gallon.
Times 40,
Yeah.
40-gallon
See?
tank.
They don't reimburse us the time for having to remove 60 gallons of fuel from a tank. So
No, that's a lot, man.
and
That's
some
a
of
lot.
us don't have electric pumps, and people that don't know how to like Aaron showed in one of his videos how to bypass that circuit or how to get the pump to turn on. Some people don't have the knowledge to do that, and they'll try to grab the old wind up tank and they'll sit there and just womp, 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 pumping all that fuel out of there, and they'll be there forever. They'll just sit there and wear their arm out trying to do it. Or they don't have the electric pumps to do it manually. So
Yeah, the transfer pump that we've been using has been that Milwaukee one, which has been pretty good.
the drop-in one, the one that has like the pump on the bottom of it.
No, the what do you call it? The Milwaukee one.
I don't know. I haven't seen. I
Yeah,
just
it's
know
been-
The Milwaukee water pump.
No, the Milwaukee transfer pump, or yeah, I should say water pump. I guess that's what really it is.
I've only seen the ones where you put like the M12 battery in the top of it, then you drop the tube down and it's a pump itself.
Yeah,
got-
I got the M18 one.
I didn't know. I didn't even know they made that.
Yeah, check it out. I made a video on it. It's a bad dude. I like it. I like it.
My thing that I don't like, and I've made videos about this, and it kind of went viral, and I got a lot of negative feedback. But there was more positive than anything, but it was mainly on the tech side, and the people that understand the industry that was positive. And I was like, why? And I'm panning the phone in like this. Do you guys keep bringing your freaking vehicle with the son of a bitch is on E and there's the gas lights on? And I'm having to do some kind of major repair on this. And then I have to drive it. I have to go through the monitors and everything. I have to make sure this vehicle, we have a certain, like when we're done with a major repair, you got to drive it like 30 miles. Some shops will say
Right.
like 50 miles or something like that. If you bring it in and I don't have any fuel in it, now I got to call you up. Now I got to waste your time to come in and bring in gallons or gas cans of fuel. Or if I have to do it, it's going to go from $3.54 a gallon to $7 or $8 a gallon because they charge the customers to have an employee stop doing what they're doing to go put gas in their car because they didn't do it.
I love it. I love it. All right, everybody. Well, this is until next time. Missed the stream last week. Missed
What's the
talking to
cheapest
you
you've seen,
guys.
Aaron?
281 in Louisiana, but that was for gas. That's pretty dang good for gas.
What is ours, Krautzer? Is it like
Diesel 444 in Island Lake.
Oh, same here. Okay.
going out to
okay.
Indiana? I seen it go from let's just say 450 a gallon here, but the further I got into Indiana, it went down to like 415, went down to 380. I seen it at 369, and I was like, man, their fuel prices out here are way better than ours.
Wow. I'll take the low 40s. Remember, charge your brake clean cans, use it, not fluently, but use it holistically in your daily repairs on your Super Duties. Let me know, you guys, if you got any problems, hit the email. Everybody on the panel tonight, even Mr. Continuity with his yellow cars. Hey, we'll see you next.